When I've been in the part of the selection process for new music in the past, my feeling about that is that none of us have an unlimited amount of time. So no matter how carefully you go through that selection process, there's going to be a moment when a piece of music speaks to you or it doesn't. And usually if it doesn't, and a few people agree on that, then it'll get moved aside in favor of those that have found some resonance. If there were a lot of comments about a particular piece of music, though, that spoke to people, I think it would cause us to go back and listen to it again, and perhaps even listen in a different way with those comments in mind. And people would remain open-minded and would want to hear what you heard and would respect your feelings about the music. It's hard to say exactly what speaks to you when you're listening to a piece of music. I think as a professional musician, we sense when the piece is constructed with craft, and by that we mean that he uses the instruments well individually, and that he, or she I should say, uses the instruments well in combination, so that the instrumentation is interesting and makes it an interesting whole. We're also listening for structure, for pieces that convey some sort of identifiable shape. You sense the beginning, the middle, the end, the development, the high point, the tension, the release of tension. These are sort of universal principles in music. Beyond that, the question of accessibility, whether a piece is easy to listen to, is always a tricky one. We don't always feel that pieces that are highly accessible are necessarily, by definition, the best pieces. I think composers have to, in a way, follow their own muse, no matter what that is. Some composers deliberately set out to be popular, and other composers are not choosing to pursue that kind of popularity, and their music might end up being very different but equally valid.